Hello and welcome, this is Mercenary and we're back with some more BattleTech, picking up right where we left off in the last video, a couple turns into this priority mission. Technically, we've only had one combat turn. The first turn was just getting that initial contact. So with that being said, we're at the beginning of the turn. It's initiative phase 4. The Grasshopper used Vigilance last time, so it went from 3 to 4. And we do have a heavily damaged Vindicator. We did also take out a Jenner over here. I may be able to finish off the Vindicator. It has taken a pretty heavy head hit. And also, this side is completely gone. So if I jumped over with the Grasshopper over here, we can't quite get that side, though. So that's unfortunate. That was kind of my game plan there, was to get that side shot in. I mean, we still may be able to take him out if we're lucky, but now we're splitting our fire quite a bit. This does put us somewhat in a vulnerable position, but I probably will just use Vigilance again. If we're able to take out the Vindicator, then that would put me in a good spot as far as morale goes, and I may be able to use Vigilance again. If not, I could use a attack and then retreat order with the Battlemaster as my follow-up move in the initiative phase 2. We do have the APCs going here, and this one's taking some pretty heavy damage. I really don't want it to get hit again. We can see what its armor's like here in a second. And still has armor, but I don't think it could take much more hits. This Vindicator may be able to kill it, so we don't want that to happen. So I'm going to take an aggressive move here. I don't think the Orion will be able to move around and punch me, because it has a lot of terrain to cover. So, yeah, let's go with this move. I will use Vigilance to try and give myself a little bit of protection. We have another turret there, alright. So we'll see if this is a bad idea in a second, because if that's a Shredder turret, I'm not going to like it very much. Okay, we can't see it, so maybe it can't see us. So, Vigilance here for sure. And then we're going to go ahead and hit the Vindicator here. If we get lucky and we get a head hit, he'll probably just die, so...
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Okay. He did damage, unfortunately, nothing that's going to limit his firepower, so... Although the APC will be able to go in and do some damage here. Especially if it moves right up to him, like it's going to do. Oh, back shot, though. Gonna be fresh armor. You didn't attack. Why didn't you attack? Well, we'll see if the Vindicator, what it does. Okay, it's going to go after the Battlemaster with single laser. Interesting. Okay, the other APC is going to go now. Now, I'm going to have a real hard time keeping these APCs alive. I have no idea why that one didn't attack. It should have had a good shot there. It is a catapult. Please attack. Why are you not attacking? You have weapons. I guess it's just...
Okay, it's official. Rumble seats are a bad idea. And I don't like getting shot at. I really, really don't.
Oh, so this is where she is? I wonder if it just puts it in the #1 mech. Well, the Highlander's not a bad choice, I think. Okay, well, I did say that I was going to do an attack and move here. Sure how much I'm going to still do that. I mean, the Vindicator we could very much kill this turn, but is that necessarily the wisest idea? Honestly, I think going after the catapult has its merits. Because otherwise this is going to be a problem, because it has a lot of firepower on tap. What kind of turret is it? A heavy sniper turret. So kind of seeing what that's been doing to me. You know, I really feel like I have to attack and retreat to a certain extent, or attack and reposition. I'm not going to have Vigilance, so I think taking cover in woods would be a good idea. Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and finish off the Vindicator here. Make sure it dies. I feel like that's a real waste of firepower, especially as there's not a whole lot holding this thing together. We could get tremendously unlucky, though, and hit a bunch of spots that wouldn't really help us. So I think let's try and use some multi-target here. I'll go A and then B is the Orion. And B, I'll switch over to like the lower damage lasers. This should be enough firepower. All three of these combined, that's going to be 100 damage right there. And then we have another 72 coming in from the SRM-6. That should be well enough to take this Vindicator out. If Vindicator's still alive after that, I'm not going to be too happy. But, you know, it happens.
Engaging multiple targets.
Yeah, we only need one medium laser there. That was way overkill, but I needed to make sure that it was dead. Unfortunately, the we're gonna move. It looks like the one APC, where is it? One APC should have moved up already. It should be behind the catapult, right? Move past the catapult. I'm trying to figure out where it is. I can't see it and all this crap. There it is. Okay, I see it now. So there it is. So it may actually be able to get in here. A lot of it comes down to what the catapult can do. Do I try and bait out a shot from the catapult so it doesn't go after the APC? Or do I take the smart move and just back off here? I'm going to take a lot of shots from the turrets if I do anything else. I'm kind of hesitant to do this because I have a feeling that everybody's going to go after the Battlemaster and really wreck him, so... And honestly, there's not a whole lot I can do about it because they're going to be able to... Oh, no, wait, the Orion's already gone. I don't remember it going, but I guess it did. Alright, well, I feel a little bit better about doing this move now, so... Sure. This is mostly just to give the catapult here something to shoot at that isn't the APC. May entice the catapult to... Okay, I was going to say, hopefully it wasn't going to attack the APC, but it attacked it at close range, so that wasn't all that effective. Alright, you're going to shoot one shot at me. I get why you did that. Burn through my evasion. Still probably going to take some pretty good damage here from the turrets and things. But if we're going to be capturing the turrets within the next couple turns, like this guy probably will be able to move in here, and then this guy, the APC for sure will be able to move in. So, alright. Now to move with the Stalker here.
Orders.
Now the question is, can I get close enough to hit the catapult directly? I may even risk getting shot a lot to do it at this stage, because I think a nice aggressive move makes a lot of sense here. And this is meant to be a support mech, so if we can draw out shots from the turrets, it's actually going to be good for me. Okay, so you are going to be A, you are going to be B, and that's just to do full damage to the Orion. I'm only going to fire one weapon. Everything else is going to be fired at the catapult, and this is a lot of damage we're slinging at the catapult. It's going to heat us up quite a bit, but yeah, this is going to really hurt that catapult quite a lot, so go ahead and fire.
Engaging multiple targets.
Now, if that was full damage, that would have been even more telling, but... Okay, Shrek PPCs, move up so that you can actually attack things, please. Or don't. Grasshopper's taking some shots there. That's fine. It hasn't been hit yet, and it had good evasion, so that was a good draw out of a shot.
Commander.
Okay, now glitch.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I may even go with a similar move here. Jump up, get a nice direct shot on the catapult, and then go after the Orion with the other shots.
No sweat.
Well, that's a nice camera angle there. Okay, so multi-target. You're going to be A, you're going to be B, and B is going to be the rifle. That way we're getting through that guard. Okay, fire away. Again, should be some pretty good damage here.
No problem.
And catapults have decent armor for a support mech, but still not going to be as well armored as the Orion, so I think it's better to focus on it, especially with the kind of damage it can do.
They've got a lock on me.
Taking some fire there. Unfortunately, the heavier damage stuff landed. Of course it did. Fortunately, a lot of that stuff did not hit the Battlemaster. These turrets should be mine next turn, at least the ones on this side. A lot of missing there. Great. I'll take it. Alright, so now where we're at is, I think we ignore the Orion.
Ready for orders.
And we go after the catapult here. And the reason I'm doing this is because the damage would be more significant if we did it against the catapult versus the Orion. The Orion may be able to take out the APC, but then again, it's going to move before the Orion does.
Firing jump jets.
Now, I did just jump yet again, so heat may be a little problematic. Okay, we can get away with it, so I'll go for it.
Roger.
Right. Fortunately, we did not do any significant damage. Come on, APC, make it. You know you want to. Hey!
Powering down enemy turrets, Commander. Give us a moment, and we'll modify their targeting.
Powering down enemy turrets, Commander. Give us a moment and we'll rewrite their targeting protocols.
Okay. So unfortunately, I don't think this APC is going to live.
Stay down, Commander.
But they did what they needed to do. Highlander's going to take some damage here. Okay.
Okay, that was bad.
Alright. So the important thing now is that the APCs are powered down. We're kind of running hot. I am tempted to just go up and punch the catapult at this stage. I probably would be alright to fire weapons if I didn't jump. But I'm alright with a punch here. That would be on the rear. Let's go against one side, because we may be able to take its weapons out. And I kind of like that prospect a little bit better. So let's go with that. It's going to leave us vulnerable to counterattacks, but at this stage, the only thing out here are a couple mechs. Fortunately, we did not land in a place that really helped.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Come on, PPCs, move up in a way that actually helps me here. There you go. A long-range shot, but maybe one of these will hit. There you go. Okay.
Ready for orders.
Now, unfortunately, I don't really want to do this, but I kind of feel like I have to move here, so let's just go ahead and walk so we can cool off a bit. And I may only fire the LRM-15s as well. No, honestly, if I'm going to do that, I might as well just stay put. We can hit both of them. So, multi-target, or A, E.
Roger.
Yeah, according to this, we only have 2 more turns to go.
Did some heavy damage.
And a knockdown. You are moving in a way that doesn't help anyone. Good job. Still taking a shot, but... Alright, I'll take it. You did your 50 damage. That's not bad.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, well that's actually not bad for us, because I can aim like this. We can do the direct fire against the catapult, which will probably kill it, and then we do the LRM-20 against the Orion, which will do full damage.
Engaging jump jet.
Now, I don't know if I really want to be this close range to Orion, but... Oh, A, E, and B, the LRM-20. Okay. I am tempted to turn off the rifle, because I feel like we're going to need it. And we don't have that many shots. I know for a fact I'll get a grasshopper attack on the catapult if I need it. So, you know what? I will do that. Just to be on the safe side and conserving ammo. So, fire away.
Affirmative.
Yeah, we see we got the kill, so that would have been a waste of ammo. Okay, good stuff.
Critical hit, Commander.
Okay, so the Ryan is going to have a hard time now.
Standing by.
I still shouldn't take it lightly though. So let's have you. Trying to jump in a way that I can see him, but he can't see me. But I guess that's not going to really be that possible. No, we're not in any more vulnerable position doing this than we would have been if I just reserved, so go with a little bit more firepower here. I'm definitely not going to fire everything. See what we can get away with turning off, because we may have time to cool off after this round of combat, so we want to do as much damage as we can. I could hit it with a precision strike and lower its initiative, which would give me no time to react to it, honestly, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just save the morale.
My mech is overheating.
The surprise is going after the Highlander. Alright.
Commander? Standing by.
I'm gonna move the Stalker in here. We're doing alright with heat. I'll go ahead and do the jump.
Engaging jump jets.
And turret should be online fairly soon. Now, this is the location we have to go. Okay. A little bit further than I initially thought, but I didn't really look that far into the map. Alright, so in this case, I think we conserve the LRM-15s because we're going to need them later. Although, an Orion is still a tough opponent, so maybe I just go with the LRM-15s anyway. I have more than enough ammo. So, you know, I kind of just want the Orion to die here, so... Alright. We'll fire away here.
Here it comes.
It has no defense, so this should be full damage. We'll see just the ridiculous amount of damage that the Stalker can output, but yet the Orion is no slouch as far as you know, armor goes. Down it goes to 3 consecutive PPC shots. Although the first one was all that was needed. Okay, well, we're still technically in the combat phase here, even though we do not have any enemy that I'm aware of. Let's jump here to get a little bit more distance. You can definitely just be fine with the heat. It's possible because these turrets are really neutral, perhaps, that it keeps us in that combat phase, but that's fine if that's the case. Oh, come on, Shrek PPC carrier, get in this fight.
Good to go.
And, you know, if we're gonna move, might as well jump. I mean, that gets us onto the same level almost as the... let's jump here. We can brace.
Got it.
That is fit. Oh.
Let's get fired up. There's work.
And we're still in the combat phase. Again, I have no problem with. That does allow me the opportunity to cool off. Do I sprint here? Or do I move more cautiously? I'll go ahead and sprint, take a little bit of a risk. Give us an opportunity to cool off a bit. And maybe there's enemy up here we want to see. Although at this point, I don't think so. I did kill one of the turrets, which, you know, that would be nice if it was still around, but then again, it was a close-range turret, so I'm not sure how much it would have done for us. The long-range turrets are the ones that are really important for us, though. The sniper ones, because they're more likely going to be able to hit the enemy pretty much consistently as long as they have that vision, so... Okay, so we are... Okay, yeah. Glitch. Thing here. Probably a sprint move is going to get her further. So, go ahead and do that. I mean, I don't see a reason why not to just wait until these turrets come online. Because it doesn't seem like the next phase of this mission is going to happen until we get our package delivered, as it were, so... Yeah, there you go. On up here. Into the base. Now, I am curious where the attack's going to come from. We may have an attack from this direction. We may have an attack from over here. Although, I mean, really, honestly, I almost wonder if the attack's just going to be consistently from this spot. In that case, this is a good bottleneck for us. So, do we set up a line of pairing for that?
Waiting for orders.
Probably a good idea. I'll go ahead and set up a stalker here. Mostly because I don't know where the enemy's going to come from. And this looks like the most likely spot. So we'll just set up the stalker to kind of look over this way. And then we will set up a brace. Well, that was a quick turnaround. And hopefully the Shrek PPC carriers change their mind and end up coming into the base. Because now if the turrets come online and then the enemy show up, we're gonna, you know, maybe be a little bit more trouble here, but all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have the Grasshopper and the Highlander stick together, and I'll have the Battlemaster and the Stalker stick together. Now, if the enemy jumps inside the base, which, you know, maybe they'll do, we might be in trouble in that regard, but guess we'll find out. Okay, bravo, turrets belong to us. Other turrets are ours, Commander. Still no enemy to be seen.
Commander?
Go ahead and jump on top of this building if it will let me. Good. You have to get it oriented, right? And we'll phase over this way in case they do come this way.
Jumping.
And I'll brace up so that we're nice and guarded. Although it's going to be more turns for me to actually get to this spot. Even with sprinting, it's going to take a while, so... May be able to pull it off next turn.
Moving fast.
No, don't go over there. Damn it, Trek PPC carrier. Okay. Jalopy. Gonna stay put. Now, if the enemy do come from up in the northeastern corner, then they come from over here. I'm not gonna really have vision on them. So maybe I should split off the Battle Master to go that way, just so we have sensors over in that direction. So that's what I'm going to plan for.
Engaging jump jets.
We could always double back and get to the Stalker if we need to. But I just think for good coverage here, we should watch the 3 directions that the enemy's likely to come from. If they jump into the middle of the base, well, I mean, how do you prepare for that? Can't. So that's fine. Let's just go ahead and reserve and wait until we get to who we want to get to here. Come on, Trek PPCs, come in here, come in the base where you'll be protected and near my units. A little bit better. Okay, let's go to glitch. Go to a sprint. Like we can get there. What about a jump? Jump wouldn't get us there, so I'll go on the sprint. We'll leave the Highlander a bit vulnerable. I could use Vigilance to protect her, but man, we'll see. I really would not be too happy if the enemy, like, literally spawns in next to me. But they've done that before, so... Alright, I'm inside. Should take me a few minutes to find the array's control center. Hook up the drive and prep the system to transmit the Locora into the Iberia.
And on that note, I'm going radio silent for a bit. I need to concentrate while I work on this. I'll be in touch soon.
Commander, be advised. I'm seeing heavy activity on all Directorate comm channels. You're about to have company.
Hey, they're not here yet. Alright, so let's continue the move over this way. Just to keep an eye out in case they do come from this direction. Get that sensor range over. And if they don't show up, well, then that's fine. Just hold the area. Now, fortunately, with Decker, we would be better off if it had just, you know, started, because we would have kept this evasion up. With that in mind, we really should have evasion up if we can get it. So, as much as this on top of the building thing may look like a good idea, I'm just going to go ahead and get some good evasion here. We'll still face the same direction.
I copy.
Now, if they do spawn inside the base, then they're going to get rear shots on just about all of my mechs, because all of my mechs are facing outwards. Oh, imagine that. They dropped right behind the Stalker. I hate this game so much sometimes.
My internals are taking a beating.
Like, I mean, seriously, like, how am I supposed to prepare for this nonsense? Like, where would I have set up my mechs logically that would have made sense where this doesn't happen? Ugh. I mean, you have to play this mission before and know where they're going to drop in, which is bullcrap. Okay, well, yeah, we may lose the Stalker here because they're going to have 3 more guys that are going to go here, and they're all going to get rear shots on the Stalker.
Orders?
Okay, well, let's jump on over here. I guess one way we can deal with that is we can get rear shots on them.
Roger that.
Do I use Vigilance here? I don't know if it's going to benefit me too much. But it makes sense in this. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the quick draw in the rear.
Here it comes.
Okay, couldn't see at all what happened there.
Barely hit, Commander. Damage minor.
Wait, how can they see the Highlander?
Careful, they're looping around back.
How can they see the Highlander? Okay. Well, I'm glad that we didn't lose the Stalker there. They only attacked with a couple of their units. They very well could have done differently. That was kind of bullcrap that happened that way, but you know, it is what it is. So we're gonna do a little bit of a retreat here. We're gonna get rear attacks on the, what is this, a Thunderbolt? I think for sure we'll take that. I'll probably hit him as hard as I can with that. And I will use Vigilance here to protect myself. As long as they don't get more rear attacks on me, I'll be alright. But yeah, that was definitely a rough turn. And if the AI had handled that a little bit more intelligently, they probably could have just straight up taken out the Stalker here. So we also have another rear attack on this other Thunderbolt. It's a better shot, so I'm going to go after the one that I have the better shot on. Let's just see if we can delete him. This kind of firepower, I think, is very likely. Yeah, goodbye. You get a cheap spawn in on me, and that's what you get. And now we can have the Shrek PPCs come in and get some rear shots too. Good job. Now my turn. Battlemaster's not that far away. You have Vigilance available. Can't quite get a rear shot on the quick draw. I can get a rear shot on the other quick draw though. Let's go for that. I'm gonna go up on the platform. That way they won't be able to come in and punch me easily. Now, alternatively, that means I can't punch them back either, but I don't think we're gonna heat up enough that it matters. Yeah, I would say this is one of the things that frustrates me a lot about this game is the drop-ins that you have no idea where they're going to come in. And, you know, you just have to guess. And I think I should have learned at this point, keep your units together, ball them up in somewhere in the middle, and go from there, because that's a lot less likely to get dropped in on like this. But, you know, I always find myself trying to prepare for a direction I think they're going to come in from, because I always assume they're going to do that, and then they just drop in the middle of the base. So, yeah, I knew that was a possibility of something they may have done, but, you know, I always try and give the game the benefit of the doubt.
All weapons committed.
Okay, we didn't quite get the kill, but we did some heavy damage there. Alright, other Shrek PPC carrier. He's at the other, the Thunderbolt in the rear. There you go. Oh, perfect. Okay, now Glitch will be able to respond. We have to hold out for 9 rounds, so I expect there's going to be a lot of this dropping in bull crap. But what can you do? We may have a shot with our rifle here. Nope, too far range, I think. So the question is, who do we want to hit in the rear? So who's taking the most damage, actually? You still have armor in the rear. You have none, so that's the better target. If it's a good shot, it's 80%, 90%. Well, 80%'s not bad, and it is going to be good damage as long as it doesn't hit arms and legs. So, fire away.
Targeting enemy backside.
There we go. That's the kind of thing we like to see.
That's a critical hit.
Okay, they're locking him up for some reason. And out of all the targets he could hit, Yeah, hit the guy that has guard. Alright. Not the guys you could get rear shots on, but that is who they did the sensor lock on. There we go, get the kill. Okay. Well, definitely I think we want to hit the quick draw on the rear again.
Commander?
The problem is maneuvering should be a thing that we do well. But can I maneuver anywhere that would make any sense? Not really, so I think I'm just going to stay put. And just unload on this guy again.
Roger that.
Fortunately, we're not hitting him where it counted there too much. We're hitting him in arms and
I
legs.
think I hit something good.
Got him a little bit there, though. Now, we do have these guys on both sides, so if he comes over and faces the Stalker again, well, he's going to find himself in trouble. And if he faces... You're going to take out the APC, who, by the way, I don't think can even do anything anymore. So you just gave me a rear shot with Jalopy here. I'm not going to take it, though. Instead, I'm going to go with the attack on... Get in behind. Sure can. Alright, here we go.
Engaging jump jets.
Let's see if he can survive a full unload at this range. Into his rear section with armor not really being a thing much in that back. Nope, he could not. So that's, you know, the upside of the fact that they spawned in the middle of the base like that, is I got some rear shots on them. Now, if I jump over like this, I can get a more rear shot here. We are doing... I wonder how we're doing on ammo. I can get there if I walk normally. That'd probably be a good idea. Now, whether or not I want to use Vigilance, I don't really know, because I don't know when or where we're going to get more drop-ins. And I will admit, if they drop in behind me again, I'm going to be a little bit more unhappy, I guess I'll say. I am tempted to turn some weapons off, especially as we're very likely to get a kill here without having to expend this kind of firepower. Then again, there's the sure thing. I'll turn off one LRM-15. Saves me a little heat buildup and just gives me a little bit more guarantee he's going to go down. I think he'll go down, but...
Target lock on enemy 6.
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely it was overkill, but honestly, I think that LRM-15 may have been needed for that kill. I'm curious, when is the drop-in going to happen? Is it on a turn limit, or is it just going to be when you kill the enemy? Because, honestly, why wouldn't I just want to cheat then? And, you know, hold out. Okay, well, at this point, I think the best move is to put myself into a position. So we're not in combat right now. Just put myself into a position where we're kind of like forming up here, and we're going to be using Brace. Now, unfortunately, with the Stalker, I don't know where they're going to drop in. I just have to make a guess. And they could really drop in anywhere. So, no matter what I do, they may drop in behind me. So, I think the best thing to do here is just move in a way that I can put my back, you know, towards a cliff here. And just... brace up and hope for the best. If they end up spawning in the same spot, we'll be right back into combat again. But I think this is like more of a sure thing to just like face the cliffside and just hope for the best. We don't really want the Stalker to be close in like this, but what can you do? We don't know where they're going to show up. And I think we do a similar thing with the Battlemaster. Just put its back to a cliff and just see what happens.
Engaging jump jets.
And then you should back up. Closer to where the Highlander is in case you need a support. And then we'll also brace.
Engaging jump jets.
So that could have gone a lot worse for me, because again, if the AI had done the right thing, they would have just focused the stalker down and just hit it repeatedly in the rear, and they would have killed it. Or at least severely crippled it. Okay. But we're still not in combat, so we're still waiting for the enemy to show up here. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in the video here, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.